Moikka! Are you looking for a job in Finland? Well, then this video is for you. I feel like this is the most important video I have ever made on my channel. And in this video, I'm going to share all the top mistakes that you should avoid when you're looking for a job in Finland. My name is Varpu and I'm the founder of Her Finland. I help you make all of your Finland-related dreams come true, whether that's learning easy Finnish or learning the Finnish culture or finding a job here. If you love all things Finnish, then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. The mistakes that I'm going to share with you come from 3 different fountains. Firstly, they are my experiences when I have been looking for jobs in Finland. Then I have lots of questions coming from the Her Finland community, and I'm also featuring those questions here. And thirdly, I'm using my recruitment background because before I started and founded Her Finland, I used to be a retail manager for more than 6 years, and I led teams up to 30 team members. So I feel like I'm mixing all of these things in and helping you the best way possible. Let's start with our list. So the applying stage. In my mind, the applying stage is divided in 2 things. Firstly, we want to check out all the job openings that are publicly open, but then in Finland we have hidden job opportunities. And these you need to approach with a different tactic. And a little bit later I will share some tips relating to that. But now let's focus on the open job openings that are public. Job openings you can find in many different job portals. And I have a full blog post about those and featuring a lot of other things as well. So I will link that into the description, but please don't go to there at this minute. Just observe the information of this video. The first mistake, not doing the research. So when I start to apply for a job, I always do the research. So I look for the company site and I try to observe as much information as possible about the field and about the company, because maybe there is something in my experience and in my background that I can already combine into that company. And when I know this in advance, before I make my CV and my cover letter to this job opening, this gives me a great leverage. Then let's move on to your CV. We all know that CV is super important when you're looking for a job. And here in Finland, you want to show your results and impact as much as possible. So that means that you don't only put a list of tasks you have done, you also try to describe shortly about the impact you made. If you're looking for entry job positions, I know you might be wondering, well, I don't have any prior work knowledge about this and this thing. Well, that is fine. And then I really want you to focus on other unrelated work experience or your hobbies. When I was at the university doing my studies, I worked at a fast food restaurant chain. Now, when I was looking for my entry-level position in marketing and business and strategy, these are very, very irrelevant in this field. But in the interview, I'm able to highlight how hardworking I am and how I'm able to get my hands dirty for a job. And these were really powerful examples of this ability, and they were the leading factors for me winning those entry-level positions. And this you can also do if you are more seasoned professional, because these show the versatility you have and also the tenacity you got. So don't be afraid to use your hobby or unrelated work experience as examples. Another example about hobbies. So let's say you coached a group of children in some sports. Now, any parent will know how much hard work this is, and this shows a lot of your work ethics and also your manager skills. Should you send the same CV and cover letter to multiple employers. No. You should always make them tailored to the employer. And in Finland, the cover letter and the CV are different. So in the cover letter, you can describe the context. This is very wise in Finland because Finland is not so multicultural and we don't know most likely the country for example, your previous work experience is coming from or your education style. So let me give you an example. Before arriving to Finland, if you were in an award-winning company in your previous country, you should definitely write this in and give the person on the other side of the table some context. Do not just simply state the name of the company and then think that the other person might know about this company. Probably they don't. Also, when it comes to your education, maybe you were a student in a very prestigious university and we Finns really don't know about it because in Finland universities rank equally and there are no kind of top or elite schools here. So maybe this is something you also want to feature in your cover letter. One of my favorite ways to write a cover letter is actually describe in a nutshell those impacts that are most relevant and most important to the job that I'm trying to get. And that way I can build curiosity to check out my CV in detail and create that yearning that they want to interview me. Before sending the CV and cover letter, always double check your grammar and double check the names. You wouldn't believe how many times I have received an application that was not written to me or my company or some totally different person and company. And if you are wondering, do you need to do very fancy English? You don't. Plain, simple English without any distractions or very difficult words is perfect for the other person. Let's talk about networking. Your networking should begin immediately when you discover that you want to find a job in Finland. So really, it should start before you ever arrive in Finland. And you can really do this because the Finnish work life is very online and LinkedIn is pretty much where everybody is these days. So you can totally leverage the online communities when you are building your network. When you are looking for a job in Finland, you will come across a term called hidden job market. This is something that you don't need to be scared about. It's very natural and it just means that people get new jobs based on recommendations and based on casual conversations that lead them into opportunities. So you can always be reaching out to people and talking with people without like thinking about a job, and then this turns into an opportunity in later times. If you are studying in Finland, that is great because you can start building your network from day one in your school, just hanging out with your classmates and then going from there. Studies suggest that over 70% of jobs are actually hidden job opportunities in Finland, and you cannot see these opportunities publicly listed. That's why it's really smart if you allocate your time not only searching those job portals and looking for those job openings there, but that you also use your time for networking and search actively those opportunities within your network. I have an in-depth course for this to find those hidden job opportunities, especially in Finland. Well, it's only about Finland, of course. And I will link that also in the description for you if you want to check it out. Then about the peak times of finding a job. Well, my favorite time of year to contact a new company is either in August, September or in January, February. Those are the times that you naturally see more job opportunities. That being said, there are of course job opportunities throughout the year in Finland. And one last thing, if you are looking for a summer job here in Finland, you should already start your search in January, practicing before your interview. Woo! So you have an interview now. This is the top mistake you can make, and this is also the mistake I did many times before understanding it. Before I go into a job interview, I always think about 3 things I want to say in that interview. So I really want to go there in a proactive mood. I'm not only trying to be reactive and answer the questions they are asking me about, but I also have a theme, 3 things that I should say to them in order to get them hire me. So how to do this? I again go back to the research phase. So again, I make even more detailed research or check out my notes from the application phase to see what are those key differentiators that I can use in my advantage. And then I also try to formulate them in nice sentences. So let's say that they had a huge event a couple of weeks ago. I would definitely want to use this in small talk. Maybe I would ask that how was that event? That immediately shows that I am an insider in the field that they are in. What I really recommend is that you practice answering the interview questions beforehand. And if you can get a friend or anyone practice those with you, it helps a lot, because then you are able to get some feedback already. Remember that your answers should reflect that context again, because there's a high chance that the persons who are in the interview may not have read your application in detail. They might have been in a hurry, something came up, so it's really important that you remember to give context and show those results also in your interview. When you are at the interview, here are the most important mistakes to avoid. Well, first of all, if it's a video interview, I really want you to be super engaged and happy and smiley from the start of the interview, because the minute or the second your camera and the video comes live, you have nanoseconds to give that first impression. And it's important that at that time you are showing energy to the future employer. This is something I have noticed that makes a huge difference when coming into any video event. The second mistake is being late. In Finland we are super punctual, so I don't recommend being late at an interview. Be ready 5 to 10 minutes before. At the interview, don't think that this is a battle between you and them. It really helps me to think that we are on the same side and we are looking for the perfect fit, both of us. I am looking for the perfect job for me, and this workplace is looking for the best candidate for them. So it's a win-win situation for you both. This helps me to reduce the stress levels that I'm in and also my nervousness. Also in Finland, it's super cool to just say that you're a bit nervous. Most Finns are very nervous, me included, in interviews. So just want to let you know that is totally fine. My last thing to point out is that in many interviews there comes something that gets you off guard. So maybe they ask a question that you were totally unaware of and didn't prepare at all. If this is the case, the best thing is to just be honest and say that you didn't prepare for this. The worst thing is to lie or try to pretend, because this often shows in your body language, and this often also makes a super bad impression if they somehow find out that you were lying. there you have it, top mistakes to avoid when looking for a job in Finland. I hope this video was super helpful for you, and if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. There you have it, those were the top mistakes to avoid when looking for a job in Finland. I totally believe in you, and I cannot wait to see you in Finland working. If you have any questions, just write me in the comments below and I'll answer you. I am super excited and passionate about this topic, and I hope to help you the best way I can. You can do this, and best of luck with your job hunt. Now, if you want to get a bit more curious about the Finnish mindset, you might enjoy this video, which describes the weird things about Finnish people. See you in the next video. Moi moi!